back everybody to our intermediate and advanced Civil 3D training series. In this next number of videos, we're actually going to go back 6 years to some of the very first videos that I created, specifically dealing with pipes and pipe styles, drawing pipe networks, creating them, adding in pressure networks, and everything involved with those. And we're going to create some videos, some updated videos on pipe networks and pressure networks. So if we take a look back at my YouTube channel from 6 years ago, I started off with some pipe rules, some structure rules into the parts builder, parts list, pipe styles, but we kept it very simple, very general, very vague. Let's create some more of those videos and go more into the advanced side of the design. We'll set up pipe catalogs, we'll look at the pressure catalog, and we'll attribute correct numbers to those instead of just assuming what Autodesk has shipped is correct. So the very first thing that I'm going to do before I do any pipe networks is I'm going to set up my pipe catalog, and I'm going to change some of the numbers. I'm going to put in proper inner and outer diameters, so when I'm actually drawing them in Civil 3D and doing interference checks, they're the actual sizes that the manufacturers of these pipes that they actually ship. So under the pipes drop down, I'm going to go into parts builder. Mine opens up on the metric pipe catalog because I'm in Canada. If you have Imperial pipes, if you're in the US, the same steps apply, just attribute it to Imperial. Now under the drop down, I have pipes, I have structures. We're not going to go into the structures in too much detail just because there's 1.5 million options. We're going to look mainly at the pipes. So if I look under pipes, I have circular pipes, egg-shaped, elliptical, rectangular pipes. The two that we might look at are circular pipes and rectangular pipes. So these will be the concrete box culverts, larger size pipes for conveying more water. But for now, what I want to look under is circular pipes, and we can start with concrete pipe SI. So I'm going to double click on concrete pipe SI, and it's going to tell me it was last saved with an earlier version of the software. We can just close that. And what pops up on our screen is sort of a little expression on how these pipes are drawn. So if we zoom in, we have a body diameter, a heading, and the top plane, and not much information, so don't play around with what's on the screen here. But what we can mess around with is under the size parameters. If we right click and edit values, it will open up the list of values of concrete diameter pipes. Now be careful when you're playing around with this. When we're done, we should try and do a save as on this file so we do not lose the original Autodesk sizes. So this is all the sizes that ship with Autodesk, and they're just very general, very vague. So none of these are actual what I would be able to buy here in Alberta for pipe sizes. So if I just cancel this for now, I've got a pipe size PDF. Oh, not that one. I got a pipe PDF size on my desktop here. And we can look at the actual sizes and compare them with what's in Civil 3D. So if I right click and edit values and stretch this out, we can confirm between Civil 3D and what I have for Lafarge. So scroll down in the Lafarge pipe catalog. Yes, this one's from 2019, but the sizes generally haven't changed, and it gives you some information. So we see here that the smallest concrete pipe that they sell is a 300 millimeter diameter pipe. So everything above 300 millimeters, and this is what I would do to make a pipe catalog that all my employees could use, is I would delete the sizes that do not exist or are not sold by my manufacturer. So I'm going to delete 300, I'm going to delete keep 300, 375, 450, and I'm going to go through this list and make this list over here match that by removing them. Alright, once that is done, I have gone and deleted all the pipe sizes from Civil 3D catalog here that do not exist. And as we see here in the Lafarge catalog, as we start getting into larger and larger sizes, we change from a bell type pipe, so with a little bit of a wider connection, to a straight type pipe where there is no bell. So this would give us a little bit more room underground because we're not having to deal with the outside of the bell. I'm just going to put in the where it says sizes, I'm going to go bell, and as soon as they switch to straight, I'll start putting in the straight. Now back to Civil 3D here under the edit part sizes, we see 5 columns. We have pipe inner diameter, we have wall thickness, we have the Manning's coefficient, we have part size name. This is a formula that Civil 3D pulls automatically from this. And then we have body diameter BD1, which as well is also a formula that will change based on what we type in here. Now, these are the nominal inside diameters. They are not the actual diameter of the pipe itself. So if we see here, we have a 305 diameter pipe. Now to do this properly, I would come in here and I would type in 305, which we see that the part size name and the BDYD1 also changes. 375 is actually 381. Move on to 450, we have 457. 533, 610, 686. Now I'm going to go and do the rest of these here in a moment, but I'm also going to look at the wall thickness as well, and I'm going to change it to match the wall thickness on the Lafarge catalog. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to populate the rest of this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so as soon as that is done, it is always a best idea to go back and double check your work. If you saw in that sped up view, I had mistyped a few numbers. I'd overwritten some other columns that I shouldn't have, and at one point my dialog box even closed on me. So go through and double check your work to make sure that you haven't typed any numbers in incorrectly. Alright, I just double checked mine and they look good. So I'm going to hit OK. It's going to kick you back to this previous window, and no actual changes have happened in this window here. If you want to double check, right click on size parameters and go into edit values, and we see that the updated numbers are included in here. Now when we are labeling the actual pipe, if it's going to pull an inner diameter, it will definitely show you this number 1981 instead of the 1950 that the pipe size should be. But there's a way we can modify Civil 3D labels to display 1950, because when we buy it, it's going to be a 1950 diameter pipe. What they will ship and sell is 1981 millimeter diameter. So I'm going to hit OK. And before I do anything else, I'm actually going to navigate to where this pipe catalog is saved. And I'm going to make sure to back up these files here. It doesn't look like there's an actual save as in the dialog box here. So instead of destroying everything, I'm going to navigate to C drive, program data, Autodesk Civil 3D 2022, ENU. And I'm going to right click on my pipes catalog, and I'm going to just add it to a zip file, pipecatalog.rar, or you can do a .zip if you have that. So I have a backup of that, and then I'm not overwriting actual information that I happen to need. So once I have that, I can save this drawing, which will overwrite this pipe catalog, as there's no way to, I think, do a save as, and then I can close this file. and closing the little tool palette X will allow you to close that. Alright, to finish up this first video about pipes, I'm going to go under pipes, back into Parts Builder, and I'm going to modify the PVC pipes and do the exact same steps with my PVC pipe catalog that I have right here. And these also have a different inner diameter than pure old 100 millimeter. So we have a 100 millimeter pipe. The inner diameter is actually 100.94, which makes your outer diameter about 107.06. So we're going to go in and we're going to type in these numbers as well under the PVC pipe catalog in Civil 3D. So I'll just close my tool space for now. I have a little bit more drawing windows. Drawing space, I'm going to right click under size parameters and edit values. I'm going to go ahead and remove a bunch in here that are not on the list and I know I will not use. Here where I live, anything that's of a large size diameter pipe, we generally don't do as PVC, we'll do it as a concrete pipe. So we have a 3-inch, we have a 4-inch. I'm going to remove the odd sizes. 6-inch pipe here. Remove 160 and 175 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and then I'll be right back. Alright, I've deleted the sizes I don't need, and I'm going to go ahead and modify the actual sizes within the software based on the table. And again, as soon as you're done this, double check it to make sure you haven't made any mistakes. Alright, once I have those numbers transferred over, we can double check our work to make sure that we haven't typed in anything incorrectly and that we have typed the correct numbers in the correct columns. So just go ahead and double check your work. It's easier to fix it now than it is to try and fix it later. So once I'm done okay, I will close this. I will save my changes and be plunked back into just regular Civil 3D, just as a blank drawing here. So that's going to wrap it up for this first video. In this first video, what we did was we opened the pipe catalogs, the parts builder, and we modified our concrete pipe sizes and our PVC pipe sizes to match what we would be able to buy from our closest manufacturer. Now where I live here in Alberta, it's Lafarge Concrete and then just IPEX pipe here that we can get these for our design. In the next videos, we're going to look at some additional pipe related options within Civil 3D utilizing our new sizes here.